Hello, friends. Miss Natalie here, and today I'm going to show you how to do an abstract version of the texture digital drawing. I'm going to choose this palette that I've already pre-selected by making another drawing over here. And I'm going to only use the freehand brush tool and some different brush presets. I'm actually going to start by finding a nice light color like that one. That's a good one. And I'm going to fill my whole layer with that. So I have something to work off of. And then I'm going to create a new layer. And every time I add an element, I am going to add a new layer. So let's go back to that freehand brush. And the first thing I want to do is the bottom of my image. And I am going to choose a stamp. I'm going to choose this stamp here, which is water. I'm going to do an abstract uh, seascape. I'm just going to lay in some of the darker color and then some lighter colors. And I'm going to work within this triangle and just choose different colors that are in the triangle, different tints, tones, and shades of this one hue of blue, adding some black to it, adding some gray to it, using the pure color until I get something that I like the way it looks. Just layers and layers and layers. And that'll give a lot of interest to this particular piece. And I am just clicking with my mouse. You can also use your mouse pad. I wanted to make sure I'm not using my tablet for this because you might not have a tablet and I don't want to show you something that you can't do. Okay. Playing around with it until I like it. I don't really have a set idea of what it's going to look like. I have a general idea. I'm going to use this stamp at the bottom and then some other tools at the top, but that's really it. And I'm going to do it in all blue. So I guess I do have a pretty good idea of what I want to do. Um, I like this. I feel like this looks like a seascape. I'm going to grab that color there and just do a few more highlights around the edge of my screen, green edge of my canvas, I mean. All right. And now I'm going to do another layer, which is going to be up here. And I am going to choose, I'm going to choose just a textured brush, I think, for that one. Yes. What was the brush I was going to choose? Yes. And I'm going to make it really big though. Wow. That is not a good color for that. So let's undo that. And let's go with something more on this side of the blues. And I'm going to just drag my brush around, have some ideas. This is just kind of going to be sort of a base for this. And this layer is going to go eventually behind this one so that that water is actually going to be kind of in front. All right, that's good enough for that. And then my next layer, I am going to use the RGBA tools. Yeah, which is, where are they? They're right here, right? Oh, there we go. And I'm going to use the Impasto Detail brush, which I have quite large. And I'm going to, again, work in a new layer, and I'm going to kind of work this way. I wanna make some swirls. This seems a little big. I'm gonna make it a little smaller and choose this color maybe. There we go. And put some swirls. I think I want the swirl to come up and round. Again, I don't really have a big plan. That's why I didn't start with a sketch. I'm really just kind of working with the different textures and trying to figure out what I like. Oh, I like that. That's good. I like that. Um, Using different colors. Maybe add this color in, make this a little bit bigger. Ooh, maybe not. Uh, the one thing that is wonderful about this program is that it is so easy to undo. I mean, that is the best thing about digital art, that it's so easy to undo what you've done. Oh, I like it. This kind of is giving me like giant wave, kind of starry night feel. I really like this. I'm going to use some of these other colors, and I think I'm going to add another layer here. And yeah, follow that wave. And I can put the cool thing about this is that I can then making it on a different layer, I mean, is that I can take this layer and put it behind that one. And it goes away. I was hoping more of it would show up. So yeah, so let's go back and add, oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Okay, I'm gonna make this a little smaller and I'm gonna add, actually, I don't like that. I'm gonna undo, oh, didn't mean to undo all of that. I'm going to make this less gray. And there we go. Add some of this and some of that. And I think I'm going to also do the impasto, just regular impasto, maybe on another layer. Uh, Maybe make that lighter. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I like that. Other swirls. I like this because it looks like little footprints almost. I really like this. And I think I'm going to go into sort of a greener color. And I'm going to get another layer. I'm making all these layers. And I'm going to use one of my texture tools. This texture big. Ooh, that's too much. Too big. Maybe if I do it, but I make it small. Nope. A lot of this literally is trial and error. What do you like? What looks good? If you don't like it, you just undo it. All right. I don't think I like that color. I think it's the color that's wrong. I think the texture is okay. It's the color that's just not right. Mm, and you know what? I think I'm not sure I like this, but I'm gonna leave it and I'm gonna try to work more in another layer with a different texture and a different color. Ooh, and see what I think. If I can get it back to how I like it. I do like this texture a lot. I like this big splat. I like what it's doing. I like the depth it's giving. And I think I'm gonna then make one more layer and come back with those RGBA brushes. And see these colors maybe and bring it back. Yeah, I like this a lot. Swirls. And I know it doesn't really look like a sea in the sky anymore, but that's okay. That was just going to be my inspiration. I'm not trying to make anything realistic. I'm making everything very abstract. So I kind of like the contrast between like the very smooth and flat and placid colors I have here and kind of the crazy ones. I shouldn't say colors, texture that I have here, and then the kind of crazy texture I have here, and kind of blending them. Oh, that's nice. I really like that. Okay, and then finally with this brush and maybe a lighter version. Oh, what happened? Oh, haha. I just realized I forgot. One of the things that can happen with this brush is you can have a delay because it takes a lot of power to render these impasto brushes with all the different highlights and colors and etc. So it can keep going long after you thought you stopped. Do I like this yet? Think I might. Think I need just a little bit more darker here at the bottom, tiny bit bigger with this brush. Yeah, something like that and something like this. And I'm gonna sit back, I'm gonna look at it, I'm gonna think about it, I'm gonna think, do I need just a little lighter color maybe? A little bit here and a little bit there, maybe through here. And this is really like final touches. Honestly, I could work on this forever. That's kind of how abstract painting is. It's like, is this done? Is this not done? I don't know. I'm not sure, but I really like this. I like the textures that I've created. I like the swirl. I like the contrast between like the chaos at the top and like the smoothness at the bottom. So I think I'm done. So I'm gonna go to File and Save As, and I am in my digital arts assignment, and I'm going to save this as texture digital drawing, and I'm going to save it as type JPEG, JPEG image right there, and hit save. And I'm going to make sure I also save it as a Krita file, but I don't want to upload the Krita file. When I upload it, I want to upload just the JPEG, but I want to keep it as a Krita file in case I want to come back and change any of these layers. Okay, and I'm done. So hopefully you've been inspired and you are ready to go make some art.